Hey Jays, I'm Taja Dotson. I'm here with former Liberty basketball Sydney Ofield. So Sydney, tell me, when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball in first grade, but I didn't start playing AAU basketball until sixth grade.
Okay, and how did your passion grow for this sport?
I just grew up in a basketball family. My uncles played college basketball and my mom played basketball, so I was just put in it as a little kid.
Okay, and in high school you were on varsity for all 4 years, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about all the bonds you created throughout all 4 years.
Yeah, everyone on the basketball team is extremely close because basketball is such a long season, so we're with each other 5 to 6 days out of the week together every day, and the girls just become your best friends, and we call each other a family, and it really is a family atmosphere.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about districts. How did you feel about winning again this year?
It was really exciting. I think there was a little bit of pressure before going into districts, but once it was done, it was like a weight was lifted off our shoulders, and we could just play basketball.
So did you guys all cut down the net?
Yeah, everyone on the team got to cut a piece down.
Okay, how did that feel for you?
It was awesome. I just remember climbing up on the ladder, and when I cut my piece off, I held it up in the air, and I kind of started screaming, but everybody was just so excited.
Yeah, and everyone stayed after the game to watch.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. So you guys had a lot of accomplishments this year. So do you want to talk about state?
Yeah.
How did that feel for you?
You know, state was kind of bittersweet this year because we really wanted to go back and do what we couldn't do last year, which was win a state title. And when we lost our first game in the first round of the state tournament, it was really hard to get up the next morning and to go play for third place, but everybody dug deep and found the strength to do it. So.
Yeah. So as a senior, what were your feelings towards that? Because I know you can't go back again, so.
Yeah, it was hard, and I still think about it all the time, but there isn't really anything that we can regret because I know, in my heart, that everyone played their hardest basketball game that game, and it just wasn't in our favor. So I really hope that the team in the future can go back to state and win a state title, and I would be just as happy if they did it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So as a leader, how did you push through and be there for your teammates and everyone else on the team, even underclassmen? How did you guys come together?
I feel like that was a lot easier than you think it would be because there were 5 other seniors with me, and so we all kind of just played off each other and fed off each other's energy all season, and so when one of us was down, there were 5 people right there to pick you back up, so it was really nice being a part of that big group of seniors.
So how did you feel getting up the next day playing for 3rd or 4th place? Was it hard or?
Yeah, it was really hard to get up the next morning, and I think the entire first quarter we just lacked a lot of energy and a lot of drive, but we came together. Simpson gave us a speech at the end of the first quarter and just basically said we still had an opportunity to leave a legacy, and we didn't want to leave our legacy getting 4th place and losing both our games in the state tournament. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how has Coach Simpson prepared you for playing college ball?
Mentally,
or any of your coaches?
Yeah, mentally he's prepared me just to be tough and to be able to take constructive criticism. I know he was always really hard on me at practices as well as the other players, so I think that'll pay off in college. And he just always reminded me that your practice doesn't end when practice ends. You should be working, getting shots up, dribbling outside of basketball. So.
Okay, and back to college basketball. Which school are you going to?
I'm going to Missouri Southern State in Joplin.
Okay, and what made you choose that school? Because I know you had a lot of options.
I really liked the coaches. I loved the girls. It's in the MIAA, which is one of the best conference for Division II, and I thought it'd be a school I could go play at and be an impact.
Did you get a full ride?
I did.
How do you feel about that? That's awesome.
It's really nice, and I feel like it's such a huge reward to my parents and my family because they've spent so much time and money driving me to different places across the country to play basketball, so it was nice to kind of return the favor to them.
So what are your hopes for your basketball career?
I hope that we can win a few MIAA championships, and I hope we can make some runs in the NCAA tournament.
So do you consider making basketball a career or?
I definitely want basketball to be a part of my life forever. I really want to coach when I'm older, but I don't see myself playing after college unless it's in a women's league or, just something like that.
So did you play any other sports before basketball or no?
Yeah, I played soccer as a kid growing up, and then I run track now too. So.
Okay, so what made you choose basketball and not go into soccer?
So when I was in 6th grade, it was really conflicting with time and money, and both my parents kind of came to a point where they were like, if you want to be good at one of these, you have to start devoting all your time and effort into that. And so they told me to just choose which one I liked better, and I was always more passionate about basketball, so I chose basketball.
Okay, and do you have a role model at all?
Becky Hammond, she played for the San Antonio Stars, and she coaches for the Spurs now. She's a huge role model to me because she's only like 5'6" and she's tiny, but she's such a great leader, and she's just like, her presence is so big that you never notice how small she is, and so I've always looked up to her as a kid.
Yeah. How did your friends and family help you push throughout this season?
Well, my uncles are a huge part of like my basketball career because they coached my AAU teams, and so they've just been incredible and have always pushed me and kept me positive. Like I said, my mom played basketball in high school, so she could always relate, and she always gave me advice after games. And then my dad and my little brother were just my support system.
So what was your favorite part throughout this whole season?
My
favorite hardest or whatever.
Yeah, my favorite part was probably going to Disney and experiencing that with the team, because that was just a lot of fun, and we played teams that we had never played or seen before. The hardest part was losing first round of the state tournament.
So in Disney, you guys had tournaments?
Yeah.
So how was that?
We ended up making it to the championship, and then we lost to Villa Maria in Pennsylvania, and they ended up being like ranked in the top 15 of the nation for girls high school basketball in one state this year. So,
do you think that the tournament set your season, or how did it like get you through?
Yeah, I definitely think we played like really tough competition there, so it allowed us to go into our conference play and be relaxed and, you know, just be confident in our own abilities.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Hey, I like to cha-cha, hey, in a Latin bar, yeah, with a Dominican and reasonable hyena, yeah. I like to cha-cha, hey, I like to cha-cha, hey, with a Dominican and reasonable hyena. I like to cha-cha, hey. I like to cha-cha, hey. With a Dominican, the reasonable I like to cha-cha, hey. In a Latin bar, yeah. With a Dominican and reasonable hey.
Welcome back, Jays. We're going to go ahead and take it over to Sydney's highlights. Welcome back, Jays. I'm here with Sydney Ofield. So what is a highlight reel?
A highlight reel is just something we put together at the end of every season to just showcase our basketball abilities. And so, as you just saw, that was my one from my junior year.
So did the recruiters start looking at that from you? Is that
yeah.
how they got to see you?
Yeah, that's one of the ways you can get your name out there is you can make a highlight and you can put it on YouTube, or you can email it to coaches that you're interested in, and it's just another way they can see you besides actually watching you play in person.
Okay, so did you start getting offers your junior year from that?
I started getting recruited my junior year, but I hadn't gotten any offers until my senior year.
Okay. How did you feel about getting like offers and stuff?
It's really exciting, and it's nice to know that people want you at your school, but I felt like there wasn't really a decision when it came to it because Missouri Southern was just the best option in my opinion.
Did you ever get overwhelmed, or were you all just excited the whole time about it?
At times it can be a stressful process because you have to factor in would I enjoy going to this school if I wasn't playing basketball here, because there's always things that you can't prevent, like injuries, and you never know what could happen. And so it was hard looking at it from a school standpoint, but basketball-wise, I was never that stressed out.
Awesome. So what do recruiters usually look for?
Recruiters usually just look for people that are leaders, that are versatile and can do many different things on offense and defense, and people that are really good communicators.
Did any of the recruiters ever come to any of your games? Did you know that they would be there, or?
Yeah. When you're getting recruited, usually a coach will let you know if they're going to come to your games, and they'll start emailing you back and forth or phone calling you, and so.
Did you ever talk to them after games, or was it just they came and watched you and then they left?
Yeah, you can talk to them after games. There's just certain periods. They have dead periods where you can't talk to any recruiters, and then there's times when they can contact you.
Oh, that's awesome. So what do you think the highest point of your junior year was?
Definitely going to state and being able to play for a state title was the highlight of my junior year.
That's awesome. How have you progressed from your freshman year to your senior year?
Well, I feel like I've progressed a lot. My freshman year, I could barely dribble the basketball with my head up. I don't think I was a very good communicator. I would never dribble with my left hand or finish with my left hand, and I wasn't very confident in shooting. Now I feel like I'm a lot better dribbling with both hands. One of my biggest things is like trying to communicate and spark energy that way. And then I'm getting more confident in my shot, but I still have a lot to work on when it comes to that.
So were you surprised when you made it your freshman year, or did you go into knowing that you would be on the team?
I mean, I was surprised. It was a very humbling experience because the upperclassmen were so good, and it's completely different than playing competitive basketball in the summer, and so I didn't know what to expect, and I was really grateful for the opportunity.
So what do you think you need to work on the most still to this day?
Definitely my perimeter shooting and just being able to work the outside better and to get quicker shots off, and then finishing with my left hand.
I'm stuck. All right, that's all we have for today. Thanks, Sydney. I'm Taja Dotson. Have a great day, Jays.